The medical industry in Nigeria is a big sham. Yes, the medical industry in Nigeria is a disgrace. Last year, when I was trying to conceive, now this is going to be a story time, and you see, I'm not smiling, Abby, because this is a very serious topic. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Uzochukwu Onyeka, and in this channel, I'm going to be talking about my experiences, motherhood experience, lifestyle, and everything. If this is your first time coming across this channel, do well to subscribe to my channel, turn on that notification bell beside it so you know whenever I post a new video, and don't forget to like this video. Now, let's get into the business of today. As I said earlier, the medical industry in Nigeria is a big disgrace. I'm not saying there are no good doctors out there. In fact, the hospital I had my baby is one of the best hospitals, if not the best hospital I've experienced in my life. So I'm not generalizing it. But you see, there are some hospitals, there are some labs that they need to be shut down. Yes, they need to be closed down because they are thieves. Now, let me tell you guys what happened. Last year, when I and my husband were trying to conceive, I had a miscarriage, or will I say, I don't know what to call that thing, if I should call it miscarriage, because it did not last, it did not last, like around 4 weeks that I had that miscarriage. So I was trying to conceive. I wanted to give birth that last year, so I was like, God, I want to conceive by all means. I'm still going to do another story time of how I was able to conceive a month after having a miscarriage, so watch out for that story time. Now, me and my husband, now we had to go to hospital, go to labs, just to be sure that we're fine. Now, after that miscarriage, I went to a pharmacy. The first hormonal imbalance test that we did, I found out that I had high prolactin. So I guess it was because of the whole miscarriage stuff, so it was very much understandable. So I got to this hospital. It was recommended to my husband and I by a close family friend. So when we got to this hospital, it's in Onitsha, by the way. So they told us that, okay, we need to do another hormone profile test. We need to do I need to do what they call it, follicular tracking as well. So they told us that let us go to this lab in Onitsha. I'm not going to call the name of this place because in as much as I'm never going to be going there again, I will not want to spoil someone's business. Okay, so they told us to go to this lab, and they said go to that lab or don't go to another place. I'm new in Onitsha, so where I know now, I know Kokuma know anywhere. So my husband and I, we went to this place. We paid. There was crowd. There was a lot of crowd. I told my husband, I don't have energy. Okay, let's try another place. There's this place called Scam Me. This one, because they are good, I will mention their name. Scam Me along Iguta Road. Okay, let us go there. This is not advert though. It's just because I like that place. I always recommend that place to my friends. So my husband said, no, the hospital say let us do it in this place, so it must be here. For that hospital to say let us do it here, it means they must be very good. I go to this lab or would I call that place lab? They do a lot of tests and scans there. So we got to this place around 10. They wasted our time till 3. So when we got there now, they drew my blood for the hormone profile test. Then we went in to do the scan, because it was that scan that was even wasting time. That was what delayed us there. So when we got to do the scan, the man, to do follicular tracking, that scan stuff, vaginal scan now. So when he checked it, he now check. He now told me he saw cysts, tiny cysts around my ovaries. Now also told me I have underlying PCOS. I say, hey, like PCOS, me. I'm not saying PCOS. I'm not shamed to PCOS girly, so. But I was not showing any signs. My period was always regular. I didn't have any signs of PCOS. So I was like, from where to where? How? How is that possible? And then this one was even rude. He was like, you have underlying PCOS and you have cysts. And then he told me that there was no healthy egg, meaning I could not get pregnant that month. I cried, you guys. I was like, all hope is lost. Before I will balance my hormones, before I will now clear the cyst, then the PCOS, before I will now get pregnant, waiting I go do. I cried because of one wicked doctor and hospital wanted to use me to cash out. He now wrote something. He now said I should take you back to that hospital, let them know what they will do to me. But when I came back home that day, I started researching on TikTok. No symptom. I was not relating to any of the symptoms. I was like, how come now? Like, I now told my husband that, okay, let's go and try another place. My husband was still now, now, he just wanted the best for me. I don't think he meant any harm. He was like, let's just go to the hospital. I told my husband, let's have a second opinion. We said, okay. Then we now got to that scamming, because that was my first time using them. So when I got there was no even crowd. The place was nice. Like, in fact, the staffs were nice. That other place, very rude staff, because they have crowd now, they're already feeling. So when they did the follicular tracking, mind you, when I went to that first one, that was like day 9 of my cycle. So when I got to scan me, my cycle has gone far. They now told me there was one healthy gidigba egg in my uterus. Is it uterus or ovaries? I don't know. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So they told me there was one healthy egg there. Then I now still asked the man, is there any cyst there? He checked. He said no. I was like, do I have underlying PCOS? He checked. He still told me no, that I should meet with my husband when it's time. So that hospital, what I now did, I put 2 and 2 together, and I was like, that hospital, for them to recommend me to that, I don't want to mention their name, that lab, I think they partner with those people, so that I would have gone back. Because when I went to the hospital, I poured out my heart to them that, please, I really want to get pregnant, because I'm a very young girl now, so I don't want to start having issues at this young age. So I think they were able to sense my desperation. And at that time, my husband wanted to travel out of the country for business, so I think they could sense my desperation, and they wanted to rip my husband and I, because they knew how much we wanted to get pregnant. So please, I don't even know what CTC mothers are going through, because these doctors and these medical people, they are really going now, they are wicked. Yes, because they wanted to take advantage of us. They wanted to take advantage of, like, our, let's say, naivety. It's not nice, and it's not good. May God judge those people. I have my baby here with me now. She's bouncing, 4 months old baby. I don't have PCOS, I don't have cysts, and I had an healthy egg, because that doctor would have seen that egg. But maybe his plan is for me to go back to that hospital, so that they will now tell me, okay, buy this one, buy that one, do this one. Before you know, we'll spend hundreds of thousands there for nothing. So please, if any doctor give you wrong diagnosis, have a second opinion. Go and check somewhere else. In fact, if it is possible, third opinion. Yes, check very, very well before you go and dash or throw away money in the name of one wrong diagnosis from doctors. Okay, so yeah, if you have any similar experience like this, please put it in the comment section. People are going to read and also going to learn from it, and I also want to read too and learn from it as well. So yeah, please do not forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and watch out for my next video, where I'm going to tell you guys how I was able to balance my hormones and get pregnant in 1 month. I'm going to be seeing you in my next video.